Happy Friday and welcome to the first bite-sized yoga that I'm doing live from, oh my puppy's coming to join me, doing live from Make Peace Lifestyle. So as you may have seen, I'm transitioning over from the Tribe of Dreamers page to Make Peace Lifestyle. So this is where you can come to find everything now. But today for Bite Size Yoga, I am sharing 3 seated poses that you can do for stretching different ways from the hips out into the legs. One of the things that you may like to have and that I'm loving using as I get a bit rounder is having something to sit on. Having something to sit on or rolling up the end of your mat or using a block or a cushion, whatever it is, helps to lift your hips up, creating more space for your hips and for your body so that you can just have a little bit more room and feel a little bit more comfortable. So that is just one thing that you can do to take some of the tension out, especially if you find sitting cross-legged or sitting on the floor quite difficult, then using a pillow or something will really help you there. So I realize now my head's kind of gone out of the screen, but bear with me. So the first pose that we come into is butterfly pose. So this one's a really simple one where we bring the feet together in front of the body. Hands can be on the feet. We just allow the knees to gently fall out to the sides. So you may like to bring your elbows onto the knees for just resting, or you can work with your breath here. So we're opening through the hips by having the legs come open. And the way that we do this by taking it a bit deeper is as you inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and as you exhale, gently fold forwards. So see how I'm not, or you might not be able to actually see, I'll turn on the side. The thing that we want to avoid here is doing a big curve like this. We want to keep the spine nice and upright, pelvic area drawn in. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, gently tilt forward. And as we do that, you'll notice that my knees start to lower down because I'm stretching through my lower back, so I'm stretching from the hips up into the lower back. I'm also stretching open through the hips and through the outer parts of the thighs. And you can just do that a few times with your breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax forward. And as you exhale, you can relax the head and the shoulders slightly. Just taking tension out of there. Bringing the hands to the floor for support if you feel more comfortable. And then walking the body back up. So the second pose that we're using is turtle pose. And so this is just an extension where we spread the legs out, making a diamond shape. So I will stay on the side so you can see. And we're stretching a little bit further down through the ITB, so out from the hip down towards the knee joint on the outer edge of the thigh here. So if you find that you sit a lot, if you've ever had knee injuries, you may find that this is quite tight as well. So just work with your body here. Again, we lengthen up through the spine. Hands come onto the floor in between the legs, and as we exhale, we gently start to tilt forward from the hips once more. So instead of curving, we're keeping that length through the spine so that the stretch is actually through the outer edge of the leg. And you can start to walk your hands underneath your calves. It depends on your body and what feels comfortable for you. For me, this is about as far as I'll get right now. Actually, even when I'm not pregnant, this is about as far as I get. I have very tight ITB, and so this is just a really lovely stretch right here. But for other people, you may be able to fold all the way forwards. So listen to your body and what it needs. I'm just stretching open, so especially if you're going to spend all day sitting at a desk or you have spent all day sitting at a desk, this is a really lovely one to incorporate into your practice. Just opening again through the hips. You may even feel this down into the feet, through the gracilis. And when you're ready, bringing the body back up and using the hands just to draw the knees in. So the final pose that we're coming into is, now this one, if you've had any knee injuries, move very, very gently through this pose. So you may need to do some modifications, use some blocks or some towels, things to support the legs, depending on how comfortable this feels for you. So what we do is we wrap one foot around, bringing it around beside the opposite hip. So we're crossing it over at the front underneath. Our other leg we then cross over the top, starting to stack the knees over the top of each other, trying to keep our body facing forwards. So this in itself may be enough for you. And as well, the higher you stack your bottom up, the easier you will find this, because there will be more space for your hips as well. But this is where we're stretching from the hips and up the front side part of the thigh here. So out, can't really see because I'm on the side here, I'm facing forwards, but out from the hip and up through the thighs. So this may be enough for you. Option 2, if you feel more comfortable. So what we want to do as well is just relax into the muscles of the legs. Feel the knees sink down towards the knee below. You can wrap your arms around, reaching towards your toes. I'm nowhere near reaching my toes. Or you can just rest with the hands on the feet, even just giving your feet a very gentle massage. So as you relax through the legs. And then to come out, we use the hands for support here. It's really important to move slowly and gently so we don't hurt the body before swapping over sides. So crossing the leg over, having the foot beside the hip of the body if possible, working the other leg. Now you'll notice this leg is very different to the opposite side. I am a lot tighter through my left thigh, and so it won't go anywhere near as far as what I can do on the opposite side. And that's okay. Baby's got hiccups. And that's okay. So that's where we do both sides though. So we can start to bring that balance back to the body and we can stretch through both sides. We're not avoiding one side because it's not as good as the other side, or it doesn't stretch as far, or it's more painful, or any of those sorts of reasons. But we just work to our body. So for me, I would stay right here. My knees aren't perhaps stacked. Maybe I would use my hands as well just to hold on to the knee, giving me a little bit of support so that I keep the body upright and can relax into the muscles of the thigh. Because when the body isn't exactly in alignment, you're using more muscles to hold on to the position. And what we want to actually do is let the muscles relax. So by offering that support, we're allowing the muscles to relax, and you may find that your knee sinks a little bit further down. Or you can slowly start to bring your foot around towards your hip and cross your legs over more. So just finding what works for you, finding the point between effort and effortlessness. So we're not causing any pain or discomfort to the body, but we're still getting a gentle stretch, still getting the benefits of working into the hips and releasing. For females in particular, hips are the storage space for all of our emotional baggage. So really incorporating these poses into your daily routine will help you to start with that releasing process at an emotional level too. So just sitting here comfortably, breathing into it and allowing your body to relax. And when you're ready, gently using the hands to release, and you can draw the legs up, giving them a hug to the body. Maybe it's a wide hug, just sort of squeezing through the hips. And when you're finished, coming to sit comfortably, and you can finish off with a few deep breaths before continuing on with your day. But I hope that you get to try those out today. So 3 very simple poses to do. You may find that some you open quite easily. You may find other there's quite a bit of resistance. Just breathe and honor where you are in this moment in each pose. So take it slowly, work with your body, stack your body up higher to give your hips space if needed as well, using some pillows, some cushions, another rolled up mat if you've got it, or blocks if you've got blocks at home as well. And be kind to your body. Have a fabulous Friday, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week for another episode of Bite Size Yoga.